Well, hi there. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to do the update for the beloved Project Pan those eyeshadows. I am working on 4 shadows at a time, and this year I have picked them from palettes without pan so far. However, I don't have a lot of those left. So today we're actually going to do this a little bit differently, but let's go into the shadows first that I have been working on and then talk about the other stuff afterwards. Okay, so the first one I have been working on is the Elf Berry Bad palette. This is one of their bite-sized palettes and it's looking like this right now. So I rolled this one in and I was determined to use it 10 times because that is my rule. If I use something 10 times and hit pan in another shade, then I can roll a shade out. And I am just not intrigued by a dark brown. Like I don't love it too much, but I was intrigued by these shimmers. As you might be able to see, we have a pan here, but that was for another project, so that does not count. So I am actually working on this one, and I have reached for this one 14 times. This one I've actually used 11 times, so that goal is met. But this one I've used, like I said, 14 times for a total of 17 times. I think I hit pan on this in 17 uses. Oh, I used it today as well, so 18 uses in total. So I've used this shimmer shade more than I have this one, and I have already hit pan on that one. I think that's a first. I don't think I've ever hit pan on a matte quicker than a shimmer in, any given palette. So yeah, that's weird. I have thought that I would hit pan several days now, and I just don't. It seems like this one is deeper than this one. I'm sure that's not true, but the dip seems a lot bigger, and I do love the shade. Love it. So I'm not mad about it. I just thought I would have pan by now. So that one is staying in still. And then we have the Cat's Breath. And I was working on shade number 9 in this, which was also a brown, but with a shimmer. Last time I had used this 5 times. I now have used it an additional 6 times for a total of 11 times. And I have used the gold shade here once. So not too good, but I have met my goal on this one. So now I just have to hit another pan. Like I said, I think it will be in this one, but I will kind of warn you, I guess, until next time, because this month I will just be focusing all my energy on the 4 remaining palettes in my collection that don't have pan in them yet, with eyeshadow in them. That is, yeah, if I can use these other shades, that is great. But since I already have pan in this palette, it won't be my biggest priority. If I can use it, I'm happy. But I will be focusing on the ones without pan in them. So yeah, I've met my goal, but I have to hit pan in one of these other shades. And then last time I rolled in my Saharan palette and the shade Kia. No, is it? Yes, Kia, which is the very dark green shimmery shade, and this is how it looks now. So we do have pan in this one. I have used this one 8 times, including on my nails, and it was not pretty. It was a mess. So I had to use another green to kind of cover it up and stuff. It was not good as a nail polish, but it was a good experiment, and we do have pan, so I'm happy for that. Also, it didn't have pan before, so that's good. We're going to talk about pan percentage in a bit. And the last palette I got was this Papyrus palette from ZZ, and I got the first shade, which was a glitter. Now, I only had to use it once to hit pan. Look at that. And I think you could see in some of my videos last month how I used it as, well, both on my eyelids, but also as a highlighter. And yeah, I liked it more as a highlighter than on my eyes. On my eyes, it was just a mess. Didn't like it that much. I have been contemplating whether I should use it on my nails perhaps and just expand that pan. Can you actually see that pan? I hope you can. But you know, there are some specks of glitter there, so, you know, it might be hard to see, but I have it pan. So I didn't need to use it on my nails, but I was like, maybe I should. Maybe the next time I get a glitter shade. I hear many people are using them that way. So those are my shades. These two are rolling out. And let's talk about pan percentage before we move on. So I have actually hit 15 eyeshadow pans this month, which is great. I'm really upping my game. I thought last year I was really on it, and I got like 8 to 12 pans every month. And I just felt like I was so good at panning. And now, 2 months in a row, I've hit like 15 pans, which is insane. It's insane. Maybe because I know how to use them now, or I use it even more often, but I don't think I use it more often. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky with the shades I get. Okay, so I hit 15 pans, and I brought in one palette with 9 shades in it. And that means that I went from a pan percentage of 16.25% to 17.69%. So that's almost 1.5% up. That's great. Now let's take a look at my pan in every palette challenge. This only concerns the palettes with eyeshadow in them, like I said before. And we went from 87.67% to 94.59%. So over 90% of my palettes have pan in them. And my goal for the next update, like I said, is to hit pan in the rest of them. I only have 4 palettes left without pan in them. I actually hit pan on 6 new palettes this month, so that was great. But yeah, I have 3 of those palettes in other projects. And this is what I mean when I say that we will be changing things up a little bit today. Today I'm going to do something that I don't think I've ever done before and will never do again, probably. And that is I will choose one of those shades, because this is the only little palette that I have without pan in it that isn't in any other project. So I needed to bring it into a project. So I am already working on this one. This is a beautiful metallic shade. It's pink. I can use this all over my lid and my Level Up palette in my crease. It looks lovely. I can use it during nights. Like, it's foiled shadows tend to be much, you know, it tends to be too much in my opinion, but this one is so nice. And I use it with my fingers, and it's just lovely. So this one will be one of my shades that are rolling in, and then we have 1 slot left. And I'm just going to bring in my kind of new rules. I'm going to randomize in all of my collection now, which is so exciting. I have been really missing some of the palettes that I was working on last year. So let's do it. I have all of my palettes here. So let's see what palette, that was the reset. Okay, let's see what palette I'll be working on. Please, someone from last year. That would be fun. No, it's the Papyrus again. Okay, we were rolling this one out because of this shade. I am working on this one in another project, but let's randomize between the other ones. So I have 16 shadows from 1 to 16. Now let's randomize here. Number 1, that was the one we hit pan on. Number 14. So 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. Nice. This is a really nice shade. Nice. However, maybe it looks a little bit too much like the red that I'm working on in this e.l.f. palette. Let's see. Because, yeah, it looks pretty similar, even though the e.l.f. one is a little bit redder. But I don't think I will use them in the same look. However, I think I will hit pan on this in like 1 or 2 uses more. So it will be gone. But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about that one. So let's swatch out the other ones as well. Whoa, that was a big chunk. Sorry. Oh, I love this shimmer. It's much more of a pink, and you can, you know, use it more or less to get more or less intensity. And oh, look at that. Look at that. And then I think I'm going to work on the gold in here maybe, even though I have a gold in one of my other palettes I'm trying to pan on. But yeah, this is what my color story looks like. I know this one is working very well with the gold. Just love it. However, all of these would go very well together with the silver as well. So maybe I would actually pan Cat Star instead, which is this silvery one. Oh, these two would go really well together. Love silver. I love silver so much more than gold in general. So maybe I will try to pan in Cat Star, although I do have a dip on this already after one use. So, I mean, depending on what brush I have, I might actually be able to just use this a couple of times and hit pan, just because it's so crumbly. Maybe. But yeah, this is my color story, and it's very nice for fall, I would say. I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, so that was it for this update. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that I'll see you in the next one. Have a great evening. Bye.